This video was shot in front of a live studio audience at twitch.tv/verysmalllight.
This is the full build together. It's pretty simple. I use corrosive protection, less armor for our enemies to have. And we did use the repeater augment, mainly because it allows our photon strike to strike again instead of once. So it hits twice instead of once. Equilibrium for energy sustain. I use Umbral Intensify because it's the better Intensify. If you guys say it isn't, you are fucking off your rocker. Archon Stretch again, since we are using electricity with Vauban, with our a second, but first. Yes, use it with our full, totally. No, mainly using it because we can trigger it easily with our first. I didn't want to use Archon Shards for energy, so I just modded for a flare. Adaptation just for resistances, as per usual, and more duration. This build is heavily duration-based and strength-based. You can the helmet if you're a second buff again. I forgot to do it myself. But it's really up to dealer's choice what you want to do here. If you want a flat strength buff, obviously Roar will be your best bet. But if you want anything else, that is up to you. I personally use Arcane Aegis. Shield damage gives us shield recharge for 12 seconds. Pretty nice, since we will be shield tanking and not really worrying about anything else. And then more ability strength stuff with our second Arcane. This build, you can kind of use whatever companion you want. You can use, again, Shade or Panzer Verpapila. I would personally use a Panzer Verpapila. The reason is because of Viral Quills for viral proccing, since we don't have that on this config. I would recommend this. It just helps with being able to room clear. And it's just nice having a pet that primes for you. Just so you know, I am not trying to lead you in the wrong direction. This build, I will helmet while I am here. I kind of forgot to do it. I usually prep shit pretty well off stream, but I was kind of just like half asleep while glancing over everything. But yeah, we don't really need this one. So. Boop. And stab. Alrighty. Now, shards. Shards are pretty easy. The free mandatory shards would be the purple shards. You do not need them tiled, since we're only looking for the electricity status effect, which gives us 10 ability damage, which is really useful, since our first does electricity damage. And then your two flex slots would be the two reds I have. I personally went with duration. You could switch it to whatever you want. Say, if you want more strength, go for strength. If you want more cast speed, go for cast speed. It's really up to you. If you want more energy, go with the energy. I recommend 2 tile energy shards, so you can get rid of the floor mud and put it whatever you want on there. It is really up to you, but those are my recommendations for if you want to switch shards. So let me go over it again. Cast speed, blue shards for energy, or ability strength. Those are the 3 I would recommend. But that's just my opinion. So showcasing is the Photon Strike build. How the premise works is you throw down your suck orb, so you'll fall, you just hold it, and then you just throw down your free, and then move on. Obviously, applying Roar as you go, and as you need it.
Practiced to truly master the canvas of
Excuse me.
war.
Remind me, waiting for my energy. 300. Now, if you worry about the shields, You can swap the flow out if you're rocking the flow shards for your Archon Shards. You could swap it out for a redirect if you want a shield tank. Again, not shield gate, shield tank. But you can also build into health tanking a lot easier as well. I personally like shield tanking over health tanking, since health tanking can only go so far compared to like shield tanking.
Life support has been cut off.
So again, I will just apply roar as you go,
I'm sending auxiliary
and then
life
hold
support.
down your 4, throw that down for the suck, and then throw down your 3. And then that is your process for this build. It's a very move as you go build. It's probably the funner build I have. Now, remember, if you do run out of energy, just swap to the Grimoire if needed. And just ult fire into the crowd. Womp. But yeah, this is the build. It's pretty just it's pretty solid and steel path viable. I only go to Titan because it's just my favorite casting mode to go.
Life support on the
Wow.
way.
Don't mind me. I always get out of my operator in like sticky situations. Womp. But yeah, it's a mindless, fun build, so you can just kind of do what you want. But yeah, I don't really have much else to say about this build. You're kind of seeing it play out as I would play it usually.
Life support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy you more
Bow, bow, bow,
time.
bow. And then we can just have passive energy regen. Now, if you're worried about dying, check down your 4, don't hold it, just press it. They will float, but you're also in a spot. If you stand in your ability, you have armor. And quite a lot of it, too. And since you can have 4 of your orbs down, you will be perfectly fine staying alive. Now, is this a build for everyone? No. Is this a build you want? Who knows? But I thought it was a fun little thing to give you guys, since I haven't really done too much of builds these days.
Get ready for a capsule.
God, why is my energy color this? And bump. But yeah, you could chuck on Shade if you worry about dying. But remember, Shade will uncloak you if enemies aren't around. Which is a pretty important thing to remember, which I feel like people just don't remember. But yeah, this is a room nuke, so you're basically going at a fast pace. You're never really staying in one room. Now, in theory, this is a little funky on Acolytes. Main reason is they don't stand still. And they're not really CC'd by Vauban. So killing them can be a bit wonky at times, but it's definitely possible if you're good at aiming the ball. Because the ball bounces, remember, so it's really fucking hard at times. But it's definitely doable, as you're seeing. No weapon, just ball. But yeah, that is the build. Nothing fancy, it's just super fun.